Hi guys, well you didn't expect to see me back here twice in a week, did you? Well, we've been doing some planting. Had loads of different, got some small marigolds and I've got some giant marigolds that we're going to be putting into the plots today, and we're also going to be putting the cages around the dahlias. Should have done this a few weeks ago, but we have got a little hack that I can show you when they're too big, and how to get a cage over something when it's all the leaves are all splayed out. So I'll show you that in a bit. And yeah, we've put the strawberries in the bed just behind us. Finally done it. Well, it's only been like 6 months since they got the things. They've been in the greenhouse just ticking away. In fact, I was eating strawberries off some of them just recently. But yeah, we've got the strawberries and we've put them out now. I was going to put some blueberries into this particular bed, but it turns out the strawberries will be better, and that's freed up a space in my back greenhouse now. So in the next episode, we'll probably be putting all my chilies on. Some of my chilies, not all of them. We'll be picking some chilies out. Oh, and where she comes. Right, what are you doing? You're not having me coffee? No. Okay, sit on my knee. Come on. Get yourself comfortable, young lady. Bloody tail. Yeah, so, as I was saying, before I was rudely interrupted by Buttercup. Lost my train of thought now. Yeah, the chilies. I've got to prick a load of chilies out and put them into bigger pots, and I've actually got to put my chilies which are in my greenhouse. I'd say it's about 14, maybe a few more of them what need to be put into the big pots. So we start off in a tray, then into a small pot, then into the final pot. So we're going to be doing that in the next episode. But what we're going to start off with today is be putting some marigolds of the dwarf variety just at the side of my dahlias, which we're going to be working on later. So let me show you what we were doing. Hi guys. Well, yeah, I'm in a t-shirt and shorts. It's bloody hot today. I've got some marigolds and I'm going to stick them in these 5 buckets here. Now these 5 buckets have spring bulbs in. Now these are the marigolds, and I'll lift one out. There you go, and the perfect. So I'm thinking, where do you come from? I'm thinking sticking a couple in each pot, and Buttercup, don't knock the camera. So I've put the camera down here, and I can show you. There's Buttercup, by the way. Come on guys, she's never more than a couple of feet away from me. Oh God, I tell you, right, do not put your knees down on this stuff without a kneeling mat, and I haven't got a bloody kneeling mat. I'm going to set these now in the pots where I want them. You stay there, young lady, and then I'll show you when they're all set how we're going to put them in. I think we might have enough to do 3 in each pot. Oh, yes we do. We have 3 and a spare one left over. So let me just make sure the camera is in shot. So they're all me marigolds that I'm going to be putting in here. I'm putting 3 in each. Say, Buttercup watching what I'm doing. These are just simply just dropping. Oh, got a bloody snail there. Well, I did have a snail. Now it's on the back of the allotments. where Buttercup's victims are. Yeah. Right. Bit pot bound, but I don't really need to use a trowel. I mean, I just move the soil back and in they go. We might get something for the middle, maybe a geranium. But you know, just to add to the colour. I mean, once they're done, we just pull them out, and then next year up comes the daffodils and tulips which are in here. So I'm just going to keep going down the line doing this. Definitely going to come back with water and give these a good watering. Even though these are wet, I'm still going to water them. So like I say, Buttercup, she's behaved herself while we do this. But as you can see, we've got 3 of these marigolds in each of these pots. We'll probably stick a geranium in the middle of that, in each of them. And we'll have to get hold of some. I did have some at home, so I'll put them in there when I bring them back. But yeah, that's getting rid of a few of the marigolds. And they're the normal size marigolds. I've got the giant ones to go in, but they're going in the front beds then, very soon. So go and get the watering can and give these a good watering. I'd move away from there, Buttercup, and come in with the hose pipe, or with a watering can I should say. She's scarpered. She legged it down there. I say she doesn't do wet. I watched her step on a puddle before, she had like a little bit of water. She jumped up so fast. But as you can see, nice marigolds there. They'll be flowering very soon. Let's go and plant something else, eh? So that created a little bit of space in the back greenhouse. So the next task was to sort my dahlias out. Now I've got a load of cages that I've made for them, and basically they're just like an exoskeleton, just to give the dahlias a lot of support. And what I've done is I've got these 30 litre buckets. Some of them is a little bit bigger than others, but I've drilled a couple. I've used cable ties to attach these. I'll show you me doing them in a bit, but they're held on the handles with cable ties, and the ones that haven't got handles, I put a couple of lows in the very top of the bucket and put cable ties in them that way, so it keeps it rigid so they can't fall over. So, and then it gives these dahlias support. Now a little bit on the dahlias, they've been in them buckets for the last 3 to 4 years. Each year, each winter, once the summer's done, they all start. I wait until they get the frost. The frost takes them out, and then I cut them right the way back to about this far off the soil. I cut them on an angle so any water or anything gets in, it runs off them rather than builds up in the tubers, because once it gets cold, if you've got water in the tubers and it freezes, it bursts them and breaks them. So what you need to do really is to cover them, and this is what I do every year. I put a load of horse manure over the top of them, and then I put a black plastic which does not let water through, and I just leave them to overwinter. Then I look under. Normally it's around about March I start seeing them coming up, so what I do is I take the top off and I put fleece over them, and then I wait until mid-May, and then I take the fleece off them, because you're not going to get another frost after mid-May basically. So if you can get we've had a mild winter here this year. It's been cold, but it's been mild. So anyway, let me show you me doing a few of these. I'll show me doing 1 or 2. I'll show you the cages, and I'll show you what it look like after we've done it. So here's me putting an exoskeleton around me dahlias. Managed to find all my frames for me dahlias. They're all here. All I've got to do now is figure out which ones go on where, which is going to be a nightmare, because normally I would have put them on before now, and sat them on top of these boxes here. So obviously we're going to go find this wide one here. Whoops. This wide one will fit onto that one there, and like I say, cable tie them to the handles and give them the support that they need. These smaller ones will go over me Lucifer. So I'll quickly show you me doing one, and then we'll come back when they're all done. But in fact, what I'm going to have to do is put a rope round these, pull these in tight, and then slide the thread. I'll show you in a minute anyway. But got my kneeling mat there. Oh God, here she comes. She's whining now. Stick one of them nets, one of them cages over the top of her. Hello, what's up with you, eh? Oh, you're a warm pussy today, aren't you? You're very hot. Well, whoa. Listen, buggerlugs, you keep out of my way while I get this done. So yeah, these are all my dahlias. As you can see, look at them beautiful dahlias. Yeah, they are, aren't they? Absolute gorgeous. So these are me, like I say, these are my cages. So just have to straighten half of them out, which has been a bit of a pain. Anyway, I'll go and get me piece of string to do these, to pull these in so I can slide the frame over, and we'll get started. Right, got a plan. Let's get moving. So as you can see, we've got all the frames all on the dahlias here, all except for these two here. I never did make frames for these, but these frames here support the ones in the middle as well, so there's no need to put them in. But every one of these now have got frames, and these dahlias will grow over the top, and they'll grow to about this high, and they're beautiful flowers on them. As you can see, these have been in these buckets for the last 3, maybe 4 years. They've never been out of the bucket yet. Right, anyway, there we go, job done. Let's move on. As I was saying in the video, these things, the heads are like this on them. Doris Day they're called, some of them, some beautiful flowers. The Lucifer, again, they grow really tall, they get top heavy, and they want to fall, and the wind hits them, that's it, they're over. So that frame's basically a support for them. You can use them frames in your, just sticking them in your beds. You don't have to put them in for buckets, you can actually put them over your dahlias, which are in your beds out here. Put a couple of metal loops over the top of them just to keep them anchored. Once the bush grows up, it grows and it stabilises these frames, and after a while the leaves come through and you don't even know they're there. So anyway, we got that job done. The next job was, if you can believe it, was putting some more, the African variety of marigold. Now they grow quite tall. I mean, last year here we had them in the planters, and well, not last year, a couple of years back we had them in the planters, and they grew to about a metre and so tall. So I was wondering what, they're definitely the African variety, but we've put them in, and I'm going to show me putting a few of them in now. And Buttercup was keeping one of the planters warm. So what we're looking at here are some marigolds. Now I think these are the giant ones. I could be wrong. I've lost the label for some reason, but you know, you're looking at, they're about about 15-16 inches tall, and they ain't flowered yet. So I would imagine that they're the marigolds, the giant ones, the African marigolds. Unbelievable. Oh, don't sit on the mat, baby. Hey, I've got to use that. I'm kneeling down. I've like I say, got shorts on here. What I'm going to do is put some of these into these planters there. So I'm going to put, I think I put 3 per planter. And like I say, if they are the ones what I think they are, they should be quite nice. They should fill this space here. They'll be quite tall. That's if Buttercup lets me, that is. Anyway, I want to put 3 in here as well. They're all going to need a good watering because this soil is very dry. So we'll give them a good watering afterwards. Oh, we plant her tail in here. You get some buttercups later. Oh dear. Right, anyway, I'm going to get 3 in each one, so I'll just get the camera, show you me doing 1 or 2 of them, then we'll show you what they look like when they're all done. There's some more in front of the greenhouse as well, what I might put a few in as well. But it's a bit tight in there, so I'll just show you me doing 1 or 2, these 2 here, I think. Right, let's get the camera set up on the pod, and then we'll have at it. So I think 3 will go well in here. Carefully, because there's a few, these bulbs, the spring bulbs, press them down as well. Buttercup, get out of the bloody planter. She's trying to warm it up for me. I don't know if you can see her there through these. Yeah, we'll come back and we'll give them a good watering in a bit. one anyway. Maybe I left a few roots there. Don't know if you can see there. It's like the bloody plant pot. What's she like? You know, Buttercup, you're not even funny. I'm trying to do some planting here, and you're killing me. Turns out Buttercup wants to grow a little bit more, so we've put her in that plant pot there. No, we haven't. She's in my bloody plant plot where I'm going to be putting all my flowers. At the moment, I've got a few set up here, so if I swing the camera around, you might be able to see these ones here. We're putting 3 of these marigolds in each one of these. Like I say, Buttercup's been an hindrance at the moment. We'll cart her out of that plant pot before we do anything else. I can feel the bloody bulbs as I'm putting these in. These are the spring bulbs what are underneath these here. So I've just got to sort of move them out of the way, and then we can put the marigolds in. Yeah, these will support each other. Anyway, this is what I'm doing. I'm just putting some of these giant marigolds into these pots. When I say giant, if they're the ones what I'm thinking they are, they go to about 1 metre tall. If they're not going to get much bigger than this. However, Buttercup ain't going to get much bigger than what she is if she doesn't get out of that plant pot, because I've got to put some flowers in there as well. But yeah, as you can see, she ain't moving. Well, I'm going to get the watering can, and let's say we'll be back this way in a bit, and I can coax her out of the bloody planter. What's she like? Oh, look at that cloud there, guys. Doesn't look too clever. Could rain. Not that it makes any difference. As you can see, we've put the marigolds, these tall marigolds, along the back of the greenhouse. And here, we did finally get Buttercup out of the bloody plant pot. These irises look lovely. More coming up by the day. I say with these, they'll get to a bit taller, and then they'll start flowering, and they do bulk out as well. We might have to end up sticking a couple of stakes in there just to hold them up. But, there's Buttercup. Well, I'm glad we got them in. That means we've got a bit of empty space in the back greenhouse now. So the next thing will be clearing the back greenhouse out and getting all the tomatoes and chilies and what have you in there. But we've got some more flowers here, so these will be coming up shortly. As you saw there, we finally coaxed her out of the pot, and I managed to put a few more of them marigolds in. She's a tearaway. But yeah, so we got a lot more flowers still to go out. We got a lot more veg still to go out, which brought me on to the strawberries in the back greenhouse. Now I was going to put blueberries into this bed just behind this. This is by the way, this is a red currant tree or a red currant bush grafted onto some tree stock, so that you can't see where we've been working. But we come down, we hold the bed, and got the soil was bone dry, so I threw, I think it was about 15 to 16 buckets of water on the night before. So we hold it, then I actually put a load of buckets of water on it and left it. So we come back the next day, and as you're going to see, we're going to put these strawberries in. So I'll show you the strawberries, and I'll show you me putting them in. I'll speed the camera up until I get to the last two, and then I'll show you me putting the last two in. Well guys, I've got my hole in my hand, and I'm going to give this bed a quick roughing up. I'm going to be sticking some strawberries in here, 3 rows of strawberries. I'm going to have to cover them up obviously, but before I do that, I'm going to give everything a roughing up with my hoe. So just leave the camera rolling and go and get stuck in. I'm going to have to throw a few buckets of water on this. Get a couple of inches down, it's damp but bone dry on the top. So as you see there, we've just hoed the bed, got all the weeds up. I'm going to put in 3 rows of strawberries in there later on tonight. Now the ground's very dry for the first 2 inches, but as you get down after that, it's the ground's quite moist. So what we'll do, I'll give, when I do put the strawberries in later on tonight, I'll give them a good watering. I don't want to do it today, it's right midday today, and the last thing you need to do is be putting your plants out in the baking hot sun. So we'll be doing it around about 6:30 tonight. So you're going to see me doing it in a moment. But all intents and purposes, the bed's done. There's Maggie up there, chirping a bloody way. Absolutely unbelievable. And Buttercup, she's well, I don't know where she's in the shade somewhere. I think she's in the rhubarb there. But yeah, we'll come back to this later on tonight. Let's go and show you these strawberries that we're going to be putting in here. So these are the strawberries I'm going to be putting in. I think they're called Gigantica. I say I'm going to put 3 rows of 8 in. 1, 2, there's 3 trays. There's a few spare ones there, and we're going to put them in where we've just been hoeing. Well, we did that yesterday. I do believe Buttercup's coming here. Yep. What's she like? I've just been clearing around here as well, getting all the stuff out. These strawberries these tomatoes will be going in here very soon. Come here, you little bugger. What's she like? That was a good catch, wasn't it? Never mind. So we're going to get them out, and then we'll get them all set out. I'll show you where how we're going to put them in, and then we'll get stuck in. I need a few bits and bobs before we start, so I'll be right back. What do you say? Couldn't care less. So, make an impression of where the pot's going to go, and then dig it out. We need then grow more. Pick the plant up. There's the root system. In you go, and just make sure when you're doing it the crown doesn't get buried, and you'll have healthy strawberries. Right, got one more to do. Last one. Let's have at it. It's this bed, by the way, has had all that chicken manure, what's gone out the chicken pen, into here. So it's not only has it got all this grow more, look at these worms here. Everybody were. Right, I'm going to get my watering can, give them a quick watering, put the net over them, and I think we're going to do all right for the strawberries. So there are the strawberries. Finally got them in this bed. I was going to put the blueberries in here, but these strawberries are beautiful. They're called Gigantica apparently. We wait with bated breath with these. But yeah, we've got 24 plants in here. 3 rows of 8. About a foot apart. And they should do really well. Anyway, Moving on, got to go and clean all my pots now, which is no mean feat, and it's on its own, I should say. So you join me doing the unglamorous bit, the exciting bits when you're putting plants in. But what everybody seems to forget is, after you've done all that, you need to wash all your tools and all your pots for next time. And it's no point in putting off tomorrow what you can do today. So got myself a bucket here, a little bit of Jay's fluid in it, and yeah, we're just giving everything a good rinse, get them all nice and shiny. 2 more. There we go. Doesn't take long to wash the pots, and when we need to get them started, something started, ready to rock and roll. I'll just give me trowel a bit of a clean as well. There we go, all nice and clean. All my pots all cleaned, all my trays, there they are, all nice and squeaky clean. Right, let's go and get rid of this water, and we'll have a drink of coffee. We put nets over them, obviously. We've used bottles with sticks. We put the sticks in, put the bottle on the top, then put the net over them, and the bottles stop the. If you're just trying to use a net, what had happened is the canes, they just go through the net. So you use the bottle quite wide at the top, and it lifts everything off, and it also protects the strawberries from the birds. Last year we didn't do it here, and I still haven't done it here yet, but we will do. But yeah, we saw jackdaws with it was on Red Nose Bloody Day, and you can see jackdaws with these strawberries. There were about 6 or 7 of them on this bed here, and they all had a strawberry in their mouth when they flew off. That bloody Red Nose Day, honestly. So we will be covering them, this bed, but we've already done that one. So as you saw there, we've got more stuff out of the back greenhouse now. I'm going to go in there in the next episode. We're going to clean where we had all the strawberries, and that's where I'm going to put all my chilies and my peppers. So next week we'll be back, and we'll be putting all the chilies. Now these chilies, some of them about yay big. We had a load which caught the frost, and unfortunately we only could manage to save a couple of them. I'll show you the ones what we actually saved in the video next week. But yeah, we've got to transplant them all into bigger terracotta pots, and they'll be going into the back greenhouse, and then we got to clear the other side of that greenhouse. I've got a load of 20, I think they're 22, 23 litre pots. So what I've got to do, I've got to take all them out of that greenhouse. I've got some 15 litre pots in my little lock-up over the other side of the allotment. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab them. I'm going to use 15 litre pots. Them 20 litre pots are too big, really. They're alright for putting spuds and stuff like that in, but and putting dahlias and stuff like that. But yeah, I think they're a bit too big for the strawberries. The tomatoes. But yeah, we will be putting the tomatoes in there, hopefully, in that video when we do all the chilies. So watch out for that one. Anyway, I'm going to get off. Someone made a comment about this. I've been doing a bit of work where I don't know, hitting me on the head. Like I say, it's an hard at this one. Like I said, I don't want to bash my brains in. My other hat's in the car. I've been wearing it for a couple of days. You even saw me in a t-shirt there in this one. How about that? And if you look, and a pair of knobbly knees as well. However, it's a bit cooler today, so like I said, I've got to be careful. Hence what I'm back in here today. Anyway, that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm sure you weren't expecting another one this week. But I'm going to get off now. bloody magpies on the shed there. And I bet there's a circus going on behind me as well. I know there's a bit of a pantomime on my knee here. Honestly, fast asleep on my leg here, guys. Well, she was until I did that. Sorry, babes. Anyway, we're going to chillax. I've still got half a cup of coffee to finish off. I say, have you got your strawberries in now? What you're planting, leave a comment below. I'll see you all back here for the next one. Stay safe, guys, and thanks for watching. Bye for now.